Hi there, it's Debbie Anderson here today. I'm here from Inner Liberation Healing. I'm here to help you on your path to healing. And today I have a section of a quantum healing hypnosis session, and it's called Frequency Weapons. And it's a very interesting video. I am a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner. I do beyond quantum healing and also soul-centered healing hypnosis. So before we get started, if you could please subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment or a thumbs up or both. I'd really appreciate that if it resonates with you. So today, my client and her higher self, we're talking about how there potentially is an upcoming event which might be very difficult for a lot of people to go through. And there's not specifics, but it is something that is of concern. In the end, though, she does say that there will be order and harmony once this has been gone through, but there might be some destruction on our planet. She also talks about how the light workers can help to heal what's going to happen and what is happening and how they can do that, which is very interesting and very needed for the light workers, energy workers, healers on the planet, and how people can actually help humanity in general. There's a very great section where she goes back to her first coming to planet Earth and why she came here and who she is, which is also very interesting. And I think it was thousands of years ago, like maybe altogether 5,000 years ago, she first came here and got trapped in the loop of reincarnation. So that is very interesting. And how we all need to reach a place of what she described as neutrality to heal ourselves and go through the lessons that we need to in order to ascend, if you want to use those words. And anyways, it's a very, very interesting video. And I hope that you listen and maybe listen to it more than once because it is very, very interesting. And I was kind of blown away by it, of course. So until next time, if you would like to reach out to me and book a session with me and also answer some questions for you or whatever it is that you need, you'll find the links below the video. Until then, take care. To check again.
No, but what we see, what we sense now, what we want to tell you is that we see a very global threat. And if you see Gaia as her bigger body, then it's a threat. That's a black, dark energy threat, very close by for everyone.
Well, thank you. I'm going to continue to speak with you about this. Tell me more about this threat. What can you tell me about it?
It's going to be it's a very dark energy which is currently surrounding all of Gaia's grid.
Yes.
And the crystals from the inside are quite strong that they can dissolve this black grid around Gaia, but they have to be activated even more. They are activated, but they are not activated to the degree that is necessary.
And
And
how,
if
go ahead,
yes, sure, no, ask please.
how, um, how you mentioned that they are activated, but there needs to be more activation. How can this happen? What can be done? What will help this? Who can help this?
All the talented light workers and energy workers need to focus their powers onto the center of Gaia, on the middle, onto the center of Earth, and
Mhm.
not up or out, but in and down. It should be centered from the feet. They should be focused on the not on the head so much, more on the feet. If you physically, if you speak physically, try to explain it physically, they should be focusing on the inside of Earth, not outside.
I understand. And do the light workers know this?
No, that's why we're saying this. They should be
Told by sharing
told.
this
Yes,
information?
absolutely.
Very good. And you mentioned that the energy workers, the light workers, need to focus. Are you speaking about what specifically do you mean? What is it that these light workers and energy workers need to do? Raise the vibration? What do you need? They need to do meditate? What is it specifically?
You could say they should channel their all of their energy out of their own field and even out of their galactic families that they're connected to
Mhm.
through their physical and energetic bodies into the center of the earth, and by they can really channel the energy through the legs and the feet into the center of the earth, and that's how that's the only way how this black grid can be dissolved, and therefore the war can be won.
And this is on an energetic level, not on a like 3D reality level. This is that this needs to be done.
It's energetic, pure energetic.
Okay. And I've heard that there is a event that is going to happen. Does this have anything to do with this?
Yes.
Could you tell me more about that?
We don't want to scare people, and it's not fully decided
Mm-hmm.
how it's going to occur. But there could be a lot of mass destruction. There could be destruction on Earth if people do not focus their energies. And this could, if this occurs, then this will change everything on Earth.
Will eventually that, if that was to happen, and there was this event which causes mass destruction, I've heard that this is um, look as though it is dreadful and the end of things, but in fact, the result will be a positive situation. And in the end, is that true?
Eventually, it would be, but it should be prevented. It should not come to that because this will have an effect on many levels of existence for many races.
Okay. Is
But
there, go ahead.
sorry, there's nothing to fear at the moment. It won't, as you say in the end, it will lead to harmony and order,
Hmm.
but it might take much longer than people think it will.
And, if people are not like meditating or, that like the rest of the people, if they're able to increase their vibration, for example, in some way, is that also contributing to this darkness within the grid and within Gaia? To,
Absolutely.
yes.
Mm.
Is there something more that you would like to tell us about this?
That the star grid is not a new thing, it's a very old thing that is placed around planet Earth and is controlled by many races with interests, as you already know.
Mm-hmm. I do.
And uh, and it's really hard to find the source of it. This would be also a solution to find source of this and to shut it off, shut it down. But it's just very difficult to find the energetic source of this grid being put up around Earth.
This star grid is a negative thing that you're talking about, right?
Yes.
This old star grid that's been placed there.
Mm.
And is it still intact completely?
Hmm. It is, yeah, as you're right. It is. There are parts that are uh, thinning. They're getting thinner,
Mm-hmm.
and there are cracks into it. And
Mm-hmm.
you're right. Yes, there are cracks, and that there is a chance. There is a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But we see it taking much longer than people think. It's gonna take longer. It's gonna
And
take a while.
is this because, people are not awake, not aware, not, is it just taking time for people to wake up to the reality of what's been going on?
Yes, that's why.
Very good. Okay. So is there something else about this situation that you'd like to speak to us about today?
When there will come times that people will be very scared
Mm-hmm.
and very devastated, and on some parts and some others they won't be affected at all. And then there should be a lot of meditation and praying, and that's all you can do. You cannot do anything else. You, Debbie, will not be affected, and Gita will not be affected by
Why is
this.
that? Why? Why are we not going to be affected?
There is, you could say, areas of like bubbles of protection and different frequencies where you can hide in you are not some in a way you will not be seen. You are
Because our
hiding.
vibration is too high?
Yes.
Right. I'm very concerned about the other people.
Yes, we are concerned too.
Yes. Is there other races, species, and good entities? I guess not entities isn't really the word. Um, aliens, I suppose, that are here. Are they here to help us or not?
you are you are these people. You are these people. They are also around you in a different density um, uh, existence,
Yes.
but you
Yes.
are the ones here that are helping.
And no further entities will attach.
That we see clearly that the only way it can fully be removed is by she has to shift to a much higher energetic um, state
Right?
by even deeper meditations and more of them, and otherwise it this is the only you could say only chance to
And
lift the
okay.
bridge, to lift her own energetic field as high as possible.
And she's been meditating every day. She also, uses her music. Is there something more specific that she needs to do to reach this higher energetic state?
She needs to again she stopped doing it at night, and she needs to do it in a different she needs to do it later at night or early in the morning, like after between 12 and 5 o'clock at night. Otherwise the state is not deep enough. She reaches
Okay.
not deep enough.
Okay. So she needs to be doing it in the afternoon, it looks like.
And then at nighttime 12 sorry, that's
12
that's
p.m. you mean? Or to 12 a.m.? Is that what was that?
yes, 12
Okay.
p.m. It's at nighttime.
Is there any need for would she like to have some work to go and do any past lives work right now? We have a little bit of time in 3D here.
um let's check if there's anything important to
Mhm.
see. Oh yeah, you could go back to the day, to life, the first life on Earth. You could go there.
Very nice. Okay. Well, let's do that. Let's just kind of relax and take some deep breaths and
My God.
find ourselves find ourselves in a very peaceful, wonderful place. Maybe walking along and the garden,
Mhm.
beautiful flowers and peaceful energy. There's a bench there. You could sit down and take some time to just float along in your mind to find some quiet relaxation. And as we look out, we look over and we see some doors at the end of the garden. We walk over. There are very beautiful doors. We reach over and open the door. We step inside this wonderful space. As we begin to look around. What is it that we see in this space?
I see a jungle, very interesting jungle, and
Yes,
I see our spaceship. We have landed here.
yes.
I see the spaceship. I see my friends. I see my good friends with me, and it all looks very, very beautiful to us because we
Ah,
come from very technological. We come from a very different kind of existence.
what do you look like? Can you tell me when you look down? What do you look like?
We do have a humanoid body. We have taken on a humanoid body to
Okay.
to be here.
And are you a female or a male?
I'm female.
You're female. Do you have a name?
Yes, it's it's an Indian name. It's something like Varendra. Varendra.
Varendra.
Varendra.
Very lovely. And you're there with other, uh, are they your family or your who you work with or your team or who's with you? Anybody?
Yeah, we are on an expedition. It's my team, and
Yeah.
I'm leading it. I'm the one who's
Are you the captain?
yes, I'm the captain. Yes.
Wow. And do you have like a suit on or do you have like a captain suit?
Yes, I saw a captain suit. Actually, I did.
What color is it?
It's like a purple with
Hmm.
has little silver applications on it. It really looks like
Yeah.
Captain Enterprise.
Does it?
It's a
Captain
good
Kirk?
Captain
Like
Kirk
Kirk?
suit. Yes, I do.
Well,
Actually,
there's
did
some
look like
truth to
those.
that here as
Mhm.
humans about that show being a documentary more than that's interesting. So you've landed your spaceship, and what does your spaceship look like?
I mean, when you look back, you cannot see it in 3D. It's disappearing right
So
now.
it's like in a different
It's
dimension or
yes,
something.
it is. But as
Mhm.
I can recall from my memory,
Yeah.
does not have any from the outside. It looks very just as a very very plain
Uh-huh.
silver golden light object. It's not, it's not even, it's etherical. It's not, it's
It's
shiny.
spherical. Yeah.
It's etherical. It's not a physical, actual material object. It's like an, yes.
Cool. So it's
Mhm.
like it's probably hard for our little brains to understand in 3D that it's not really on this dimension. Mhm.
Yes, it's not explainable.
So is this when is this period of time you mentioned you're in a jungle? What do you have some sense of when this was?
Yes, it's around 2800 before the coming of Christ.
Wow. So this was before you became trapped here on Earth, it seems. Virendra?
Varendra.
Virendra. And what are you doing here on this spaceship that you come from another universe? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And why are you here? Why is your ship and crew here?
We were actually, it was we were affected and attracted by the beauty of this planet. It is
Oh,
a very beautiful place, and we had seen the potential, the potentiality of this planet.
yeah.
And we just wanted to come and see for ourselves what it was. We just wanted to see that. And and
Mhm.
and it's in fact really beautiful.
How many of there are you? Do you have a sense of how many's on your team?
I get the number 7,
Number 7.
but there must have been much more of us coming, but we are only 7 people.
Okay. Um, and so you came to check it out and see
Hmm.
because it was so beautiful. Is this, did you end up staying here or um, what happened?
I'm just trying to find out what happened because it was not supposed to happen like this.
Did
What happened?
Was there dark entities and energies back then?
Yes, there was, and somehow we didn't believe it would happen to us, I guess. We thought we were strong enough.
Hmm.
We didn't expect it to be that powerful.
The dark ones, the dark ent. The,
Yes,
so did you
the
get trapped back then? Was that what
yes,
happened? Oh, and from then on, you became trapped in. Were you trapped in like the cycle of dying and living and so on since that time?
yes, exactly.
Oh, I see. And your friends or your teammates, um, they also got trapped?
Yes, all of them.
Okay. And are they still here? Do you know that? Like
I
if they
think I think one could escape, but the others are still here.
so the other 5. So there was 7 of you, one got away and
Hmm.
oh. Do you know how he got away?
No, he must have been rescued somehow. That's what I believe.
And the your family, the domain as you described, Marcel and Errol, um, have they're not trapped. They're from your domain of the other universe that you're from. Is that
Yes,
right?
Earl is
So
not trapped. No, she's in a different dimension using Marcel's body currently.
okay. How interesting. So they must be worried. Must want you off of here. That your family, they know that you're trapped here in this never-ending loop of reincarnation. Um, and they are they around? Are they have they come here to watch over you? Have they?
Yes, they have come
Yes.
closer than they used to be. Yes.
Um, so you're back at this beginning of when this situation started for Gita and for Varindra. And um, why are you wanting to show us this today? What is important about it?
She, it's good for her to see how she started um, on Earth because so she might feel a little bit more confident about her being
Yeah.
able to get back where she came from when the time is right.
And remind me if I haven't, what, how will that happen? How can she get back and out of this loop? How? because it's not happened in a very long time. So we're
Yes.
talking thousands of years,
Yes.
thousands, right?
You
Yeah,
know what's important? When you leave your bodies, your physical bodies,
yeah,
then this light you are drawn to
yeah.
is the pathway back into the loop.
Oh man, that doesn't sound
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you do then? What do, because people are drawn to this.
Yes, we know that.
It's false?
Yes, it's false. In a way, it's false because
Mhm.
it's keeping you in the cycle of darkness and light. It's a trap.
Oh, and how, so when people die, pass over, what should they do? Because instead of going to the light, this trap of light and darkness, what should happen?
You know, the problem is, it's not the light, it's not the problem. The problem is you are not neutral when you leave your body because you are full of, you could say, emotions. You are
Okay.
full of energies drawing you like a magnet, and they make you, they attract you, they keep you here. So the only thing you have to do, or you can do, is be so neutral, be so empty that that you neither stay or go to the light, and then
And
you
how do
will
you do that? Like, how does one do that? Become neutral? Like, what does that even mean, though?
it's you have to fully empty yourselves of any belief. It's very difficult. It's nearly impossible to do that. That's why you all stay here trapped. But it's a total deleting process of all the belief systems, all the visions you have seen of everything you have ever experienced has to be fully deleted, fully.
And you do this by how? How do you do that? Wow.
You do this by you can you can do this by practicing getting empty. You could say you should focus on empty space, empty dark space.
Empty
It's not dark.
space.
It's not dark, but it's what you probably would call darkness, empty dark space.
And you can achieve that with meditation, right?
Yes, you can,
Yeah,
but you do have to. You should not meditate with too much of guidance here and there.
right.
You know, go this and that way. You should really, and it's you could say it's boring for most people. That's why they don't do it. It's really total silence is very
Right.
hard to achieve. Silence of mind, silence of emotions, silence of actions.
Silence of mind, silence of emotion, silence of actions. Wow. Okay, and then you can become this neutrality as you described it, and then you can free yourself from the entrapment here.
Exactly. You will be automatically detached. Automatically, you will be not match this anymore.
Okay.
You will not.
So is removing the, as I don't know, you talked about not having dark and light, but there's no other way to describe them. The dark entities, the darkness in the grid, and so on. Once this is alleviated and removed, will this not free up humanity and the people and the souls?
It's in stages, so it's good that you like the first stage will be to first go from the very dark to the very light, and then from there you can jump into the neutral. It's probably very difficult to jump from the dark into the neutral
Uh-huh.
because only because the attraction of the light is stronger than the attraction. It's the positive,
Right.
it's
Right. Wow, it's kind of mind-boggling to try and understand,
yes,
because of everything that we've been indoctrinated with and taught, right, throughout our histories and so on.
yes.
Yeah. Um, so is there God?
There is many gods. There's not only one source, there's many sources.
So there's not one, there's not just one,
No,
there's many, many sources.
but there is sources to every universal plane. There is a source to it of that.
Wow. It's mind-boggling.
Hmm.
Quite. Okay. So is there something, thank you. Oh, is there something more that Gita needs to know from this scene where she was in the jungle and it was kind of the first time that she came here and this is how she started, and is there something more?
It would be interesting for her to understand the process of falling asleep, you could say, falling into the trap, to see how this happens
How
here.
this
It's
happened?
interesting.
And the other universes are not like, is there other, I guess the question is this particular planet, is there other planets where people get locked down like this?
Yes,
There is.
yes, yes. There are even denser ones. Yeah, but you just the thing is there is no choice. There is no It's just darkness, you could say. It's just dense.
Mhm. Wow. Um, okay. Is there anything else that I can pass along to Gita that she would need to know from you today about this scene?
1 second. Hmm. Hmm. Just maybe some funny image that might be interesting for you also. That she sees in her inner eye that this group of people that was really like, you could say, attacked by. It's like it looks like in a science fiction movie.
Mm-hmm.
They were really attacked by eh, by some, you could say, frequency weapons, or,
Yeah.
or or beings that could like project their frequency onto them and change their vibration. That's interesting. From from outside of their visible light frequency. They were outside of this, so they couldn't see it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But it's really that they can really they can really send um, special frequency energies that can affect the auric, the torus field of everyone. It's very interesting. So
Wow.
it's interesting for her to see that it's like in a science fiction movie. All these
Wow.
things are real. Yes, they are.
Oh, so much information today. Wow.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Okay. Well, um, I'm going to ask that every being that we have encountered in this past life to recede back to where they belong with very much love, and to thank them for coming through today, for Gita, with this information, and ask the higher self to recede back to where they belong with much love and much thanks, and for all the help and healing that they have given Gita today. And in a moment, I'm going to count to 10. But first, let me ask if there's anything else that needs to be healed or addressed today.
No, it's all fine. And we thank you very much for this opportunity to
I
speak.
thank you too.